Being an international student in the US is an exciting experience. Ask anybody who has studied abroad and they'll describe their experience as life-changing. But another word that's commonly associated with studying abroad is the word expensive. Most international students manage their expenses through a combination of education loans, scholarships, or part-time jobs. In this video, we're going to break down exactly what kind of part-time jobs you can take up and how much they'll pay you if you decide to become an international student in the US. Let's go! First, let's go through the rules you must follow as an international student in the US. During the course of your study, you will be given an F1 visa, which is a student visa that allows you to study at an accredited academic institution in the US. Under F1 visa rules, you are allowed to work only 20 hours per week when the school is in session. During your first academic year, you can take up only on-campus jobs, and you may begin only 30 days before the start of your classes. After the first year, you can take up off-campus jobs, but they must be related to the field of your study. Finally, you can work full-time, that is 40 hours per week, when the school is not in session, that is during semester breaks. So let's explore the different options available to you, starting with on-campus jobs. On-campus jobs are those that are provided by the university and paid for by them. You may apply and take up any job and any department as long as it's within the same campus that you're studying in. For example, even if you're enrolled for a business course, you can take up jobs in the law department should they wish to take you. Now let's look at some options that you have for on-campus jobs. Number 1. Assistantships. Most STEM students apply for assistantships where they must perform specific duties on a daily or a weekly basis, and in return they either get a tuition fee waiver or a monthly stipend. This could be in the form of a research assistantship or a teaching assistantship. This is usually highly sought after and has a great impact on your resume since you're directly working within your field of interest. It is also one of the highest paying jobs on campus. So let's look at them one by one. A research assistant helps a professor with their research work. It is one of the most sought after positions among STEM graduates because you get to work on current research projects either at the university lab or office. Some of the duties of the research assistant include data collection and analysis, report writing, reviewing literature, reorganizing the professor's lab or office, etc. On the other hand, a teaching assistant supports a professor by preparing or conducting their classes. Some universities may require international students to take up additional tests in order to be eligible to become a TA. Some of the duties of a teaching assistant include leading discussion groups, preparing and checking assignments, conducting exams, assisting with student queries, etc. For both RA and TA, you could be paid anywhere between $1,000 to $1,500 per month, either as a tuition fee waiver or as a monthly stipend. Related to assistantships are another type of on-campus job, which is tutoring. If you have exceptional skill in a particular subject and like teaching people, then you could sign up to become a subject tutor. A subject tutor makes anywhere between $8 to $10 an hour in the US. This could of course vary from university to university or location to location. We're just giving you a ballpark number. Number 2, on-campus facilities. This is where the stereotype of international students working in cafes comes from. You could take up positions within on-campus facilities such as the hostel, dining hall, library, gym, or IT department, etc. You will be required to work as a cashier or maybe checking in, checking out books, dining hall passes, gym passes, or clearing tables, serving coffee, basically keeping the facility running. So let's look at some examples of on-campus facilities on screen. Resident assistant, library assistant, barista, shuttle bus driver, IT desktop support, community center assistant, etc. These usually pay the minimum wage, which varies from state to state, but overall it can fetch you something like $7 to $15 per hour. Taking an average of $10 per hour and 20 hours per week, an on-campus job can fetch you nearly $200 per week or $800 per month. The only downside is that you could end up working odd hours or that the schedule could be quite hectic since this work usually happens in shifts. Most international universities have dedicated chapters or clubs that organize on-campus events and activities. This could be in the form of a student career center, alumni office, sports events, cultural events, or maybe even technical clubs. Some examples of these types of jobs include engagement ambassadors, student web developer, student event coordinator, marketing and communication assistant, etc. You can earn anywhere between $10 to $25 per hour doing these types of jobs. Assuming an average of $15 per hour, you could make something like $300 per week and $1,200 a month doing jobs like this. Yocket pro tip. If you have prior experience organizing events or heading clubs, then explore to see if your target universities also have related clubs. The best way to get the inside scoop on on-campus jobs is to speak to your seniors. You could use a tool like Yocket Connect that helps you check out alumni of various universities worldwide and connect with them for free. I'm linking the tool in the description. Check it out and let us know what you think. Lastly, talking about off-campus jobs, these are usually internships and they pay really well, especially if you land one at a tech company, which pays something like $25 to $30 an hour even for an intern. During semester breaks, most international students hunt for internships because they not only can work full-time, that is 40 hours a week, but it also adds a great deal of value on their resume when they go out and search for jobs at the end of graduation. In fact, many international students try to convert these internship opportunities into full-time offers later, especially if they're taking up in the final year of education. Mistakes or warnings. Remember to choose your job wisely, as any of the options that we've just discussed can fill up your 20-hour per week limit. Research your opportunity carefully before you begin working for them. Just because there's a facility on campus, don't assume you're automatically eligible to take up a job. F1 visa rules are quite strict, and universities generally make a distinction between what are authorized on-campus jobs and what aren't. If you are in doubt, make sure to speak with your academic advisor, the student services, or any relevant departments and check if you're eligible before you begin working. Even if you have an education loan, don't miss out the opportunity to do an on-campus or a part-time job. This is because a part-time job is a very good way to understand the work culture, the people, and their attitudes before you set foot into the professional environment after graduation. It'll help you get over the culture shock of living and working in a new country and give you confidence. Pick jobs that will look good on your resume and that can add an edge to you over your peers. Even if you're not able to land something like assistantships, pick jobs where you can corroborate with some other soft skill. For example, the fact that you can influence people or you can communicate well. All earnings as an international student and even through part-time jobs are taxable, so make sure you're familiar with the tax filing processes. Last but not least, and this goes without saying, don't sign up for anything illegal or shortcuts to make quick money. F1 visa rules are strict and it may cost you your opportunity to study abroad if you're not careful. And that's all from us in today's video. Let us know if you enjoyed this video, and if you have more questions or topics you'd like us to cover, then drop them in the comment section below. We are listening closely. But until I see you the next time in another video, this is Shruti signing off. Ta-da!